Well, hello, young and the restless daily recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Tuesday, August the 27th, 2024. Well, thank goodness they didn't decide to go the tragedy line because you know what? You can only rewrite a sweeps storyline once. Okay. Neither one of those girls should have died, and they did not write it that way. Lucy woke up first, and then Faith woke up. Um, Lucy is what? Faith, where's Faith? Faith, and Faith wakes up and she shakes her head and she looks at her mother, her father, and she's like, "What happened?" She goes, "They're like you were in an accident, honey." And she's thinking about it. She goes, "Lucy." He said, "Lucy is fine." Lucy's like, "Faith." So they open the curtain so the girls could see each other. The young, because Faith's a young lady. Young lady could see the girl, the teen. And she's, "I'm so sorry, Faith. I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. This is all my see." And it should have been mom closed the curtain. That mom just closed the curtain because Lucy. And the thing is, I'm not gonna say pathetic. I'm not gonna say any of that. She is 15. She's only a 15-year-old girl and she's acting like one, acting out, doing really stupid things. And then, but I was thinking, I mean, if you really wanted Faith to be your friend, the one thing you never would have did again was pick up a bottle and drink when you weren't allegedly. See, for what we know, she wasn't drinking before. So if I know this is the one thing that the person that I worship the ground she walks on does not like, would I do it again? And then if I did it again, would I call her for help? Would I call her for help? So she's like, "Oh my goodness, Faith, Faith, this is just my Faith." Because Lucy, I do not feel like talking right now. My head hurts. So that's and Lucy's like, "Oh, oh." So Daniel says, "I'm gonna go talk to the doctor." And Nick says, "Me too." So Nick and Daniel go to find the doctor. Sharon actually in this picture where Nick is sitting, Sharon was sitting there. Sharon gets up, she walks around the bed to the curtain, she looks at Lucy, and she looks at Heather, and she says, "I need to speak to my daughter, Faith." And she shuts the curtain. And I was like, good, because you already got the feeling like you are Faith. I mean, Lucy said, "It's my fault. Oh no, oh no." So she said, "What happened?" She's leaning into her. And she says, "Remember, Mom, Faith, Lucy called for help." She goes, "Yeah, and I told you to help her." She says, "Well, I got to the park and she had been drinking again." Sharon is like, "Wait, what?" She goes, "Apparently, she went to stole it from a nearby bar." And Sharon is like, "You didn't." And Faith goes, "Oh, no, 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 I did not drink. I don't drink. That, no, you know." She says, "So I was trying. I wanted to call her parents. She was saying no, her parents would be so mad at her. Just please take her home. I was trying to take her home, and she starts throwing up." She says, "So I was reaching in the back seat to get a towel for her. I took my eyes off the road for 1 minute, and that's when I lost control of the car. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. You and Dad are worried about me. I'm putting you through this again." She goes, "No, Faith, Faith, this is not your fault. It was an accident. This is," and she goes, "But I know where this is triggering for you. I know you're probably thinking of the last time I was here. You probably are thinking about Cassie." So mom, I'm fine. If we could just go home. She goes, well, we got to wait to see what the doctors say. And Sharon is looking at her and flashing back to Cassie, right? Just triggered her, locked into Cassie. And Heather was talking to Lucy. She says, Lucy, you said you told Faith this is all your fault. What happened? She goes, well, while you and Dad were out, I snuck out of the house because I really wanted to make things right with Faith. So, Faith met me, but then after she left, I felt I felt upset. I felt so bad. And she says, well, what did she say to you? Oh, well, that's not important. See, Lucy is manipulating the situation. And Lucy, who used to be such a cool kid, is not so cool so much. She goes, but I just felt bad. So I drank. I drank some vodka. No, I did not drink a Mom, I'm so sorry. I know. I didn't drink a lot. That girl drank half the bottle. What you talking about? That's why she was so sick. I didn't drink a lot. And I know I'm in trouble. I'm sorry. I'm like, oh no, right? But before Daniel got up to go find, no, Daniel comes back and there's a look on his face, and Heather could see it. Heather could see, oh, right? So he sits down, and Heather's like don't address the drinking, which is 100% wrong. What you mean don't address it? For one, the doctors say she's fine. She's going to live. They're only keeping her overnight for observation. So you know what, you doggone Missy? Oh, you gonna hear it from us. You're gonna wish you had been seriously injured. Because you're gonna hear it from us. No, no, no. We're not coddling. Get some rest. No, you're gonna be fine. The doctor already told me. This could have ended very different. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to hear this whole thing. Right. And your father, your father is too. See, Heather should have been the one initiating that talk with Daniel in front of Lucy. Lucy goes, can I go? Can we go? She goes, no, the doctors want to keep you here for observation, both of you overnight. Oh, oh, um, did the doctor say anything else? And that's when Heather was like, and Daniel's just looking, and she goes, don't you? Now they didn't get into the conversation yet. That'll be today. I mean, next episode. And I was just shaking my head because obviously just grounding this team isn't enough. See, she wouldn't be able to do all this talking to Faith if she didn't have a phone. And unfortunately, since now I know we got a slip out team while she grounded, one of us has to be home. And or I'm sorry, that's what Ring cameras are for in the house, or Blink, or whatever inside security system you have. Oh, we got one in her room, and we got one in the living room. And when somebody goes out the door, it's going to notify me too. Oh, I'm going to make sure you stay home because you ain't slipping out the window. This is a high rise apartment building, right? There's ways of now keeping track. So we'll see what they say. But either way, when Nick and Daniel were with the doctor tried to talk to Daniel separately. She goes, I have something I need to talk to you about. And he goes, you could say whatever you need to say in front of Nick. And she goes, there was alcohol in your daughter's system. And Daniel looked. See, and now he's thinking, oh, shoot, I wish you wouldn't have said that in front of Nick. Right? And Nick said, what about Faith? She goes, no, there was no alcohol in your daughter's system. Mm-hmm. So now Nick is like, coupled with Faith, it's all my fault. I mean, Lucy, it's all my fault. It's all my fault. Now he's kind of looking at Daniel. Like, we can't catch a break with you, Romalatis. Cannot catch a break. Okay. So we shall see what happens. We have Billy showing up at Adam and Sally's place. Now, if you're drunk and you're gonna show up at the man who slept with your girlfriend place, are you gonna walk out of there without honestly either punching him in the face, saying that's for sleeping with my woman, or are you going to make sure his woman knows? Probably both, right? But Adam kept trying to, Billy, you're drunk. Get out of here. You can't come to my, and Sally's like, no, he obviously came here for a reason. What did you come here for, Billy? Oh, Chelsea told me the truth, but I could see Adam hasn't told you the truth. And Sally's like, what truth? And Billy's like, and Adam's like, look, you can't believe a word he's saying. You can smell the alcohol from here. And she's like, Adam, stop talking. And she's like, Billy, you tell me what's going on. He says, well, you know what? What I'm going to say is Chelsea at least had the guts to admit it. But I see he didn't. He hasn't. Well, maybe he will now. And he walks out. And I thought, well, that was crappy. You should have told her. Should have said, Chelsea came clean, Sally. I'm sorry to tell you this, but our suspicions were 100% true. They slept together in wherever they were, right? And I just wanted to make sure you weren't still being lied to. And then he should have walked out the door. That's what he should have done. But they left that crap open-ended. So we had to deal with another 10 minutes of her telling Adam, cut the crap, just tell me the truth. Tell me the truth, Adam. What's going on? Oh my goodness. Right? So finally, because he had no choice. Sally said, if you don't tell me the truth, I'm walking out and I'm not coming back. She picks up her keys because he's still him-hawing around. And he goes, okay, fine. Okay. Chelsea and I slept together. That one time. And then he's trying to now explain the story. And she's like, but you looked me not even an hour ago, dead in my face, and just lied and lied. And you would still be lying had Billy not come over here. Well, that's because it meant nothing. And I didn't want to lose you. She goes, well, that just shows how much faith you have in me, or you have in us. Like, yeah, there'd been a problem, but at least honesty, we could have worked on it. But this lying, I mean, making me even think of, that I'm wrong for thinking it. She goes, oh no. Oh no. So Adam, let's see what happens. I think I forget how they left that. Uh did Adam walk out, or did he stay there and they haven't finished the conversation? You know what, everybody, I forgot. Shows you how much I really pay attention to that. And then right now, boring stuff is not boring, it's cute. Tracy and Allan are they're actually getting into a relationship. He's going to move from Paris to wherever Tracy is at. And she was just explaining that she prefers to spend most of her time in New York. She said because her family and family business, you could get way too caught up and wrapped up in it, and it's not good for her creativity. She comes back to Genoa City to spend time with the family and stay at the family house, but she doesn't make that her full-time residence. And he said that's fine with him. Wherever she's at, he wants to be, whether it's New York, whether it's Genoa City or both, it's fine with him. So they retiring up to her room. We getting a little senior love going on. All right. Mad at that? Go, Tracy. It's about time. Tracy gets a relationship. They've had her alone for so long. You think she was never going to get into a relationship. So everybody, let's go to comment corner. Comment corner. We have Shirley says, when they started the storyline with Lucy and Faith, at first I thought they were writing Lucy as having a crush on Faith because of the way she talked about her and sometimes looked at her. Then I realized they were writing it to parallel the story of Daniel and Cassie. I didn't like that. Even the way Sharon looked at Faith, it was like reliving Cassie's accident over again. I'm wondering with this accident with Lucy and Faith, if she will blame Lucy like she still deep down blames Daniel for Cassie's death. Maybe this is where it all stems from, with her not on her meds and the anniversary of Cassie's death. And now the same kind of accident. Sorry, everybody. Same kind of accident with Lucy and Faith. I feel Sharon will explode, and especially on Daniel. And he and him not realizing how much Sharon really still blames him for Cassie. It doesn't sound like Faith doesn't want to be anywhere near Lucy either. She could very well explode on Lucy too. Lucy could use a little exploding on for drinking and the worshiping her like she's been doing. On the topic of Adam and Chelsea, Adam is so stupid for continuing to lie. To lie to Sally about sleeping with Chelsea. At least Chelsea had the guts and self-respect to tell the truth. Plus, she let Billy have some dignity in case he walked away from her, which he ultimately will do. Too bad Adam couldn't do the same for Sally. And now he could actually lose her because he continued to lie to her face. Could something happen between Sally and Billy now? I hope not, because that's how the soaps does it. They sure do, and they will. I could tell by them still continually bumping into each other and having these talks. I said they're ready to put those two together. I knew it. That's just the way. So, and I can't stand it. So predictable sometimes, but it won't last. Nope. I figured if they didn't put Billy and don't put Billy and Sally together, then they would have put Billy and Lily. But with everything that's going on between them and what he said to her the last time they talked, I guess that's a no. Yep. And Autumn says, I'm glad Sally found out the truth about Adam and Chelsea. It's about time. Jenna says, yes, yes, I love Sharon. I do not like Summer, Newman, and Phyllis. And I do not like Victor. And LaShunta says, all this begging, Faith and Sharon, all this begging, Faith and Sharon's wrong for not calling Lucy's parents. Phyllis and LaShunta also said, Phyllis looks good. Lucy do too much. Phyllis needs to see about Lucy's fast. Okay, I see those little symbols, what that's supposed to be. Sneaking out drinking. I know, I was thinking, why have they not called Phyllis? And then user in you says, yes, Faith calling her yawning parents, call Phyllis. This is going on too long. Please move them all out of town. I'm ready for them all to go too. User says, hello, beautiful grandmother. How's the little one? To tell the truth, I'm sick of Heather and Danny, you mean Daniel, Summer, Adam, Chelsea. Oh, let's not forget the Sharon crazy. I'm sick of all that too. Now, oh, my grandson was 3 months old last Friday. Little bundle of joy. I tell you, I'm loving him. But you gotta be very careful. My granddaughter's 6. She was 6 a week 2 weeks ago now, and she's watching everything. If you are coming in, you better make sure you're speaking to her first, because in her little brain, you loving the baby more than her, right? So I gush her with praise, and then I'm picking up the grandson, towing that rope. All right, everybody, that's it. That's it for Comment Corner. I'll be back maybe tomorrow. We shall see if I have time for another daily recap of The Young and the Restless.